Good morning. Welcome to another video from the Sober Sunrise series. I'm trying a new voice today. No, I'm just kidding. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. It's July 15th. It's my cousin Tamara's birthday. Happy birthday, Tamara. It is 6:57 a.m. Took me a while to get this. I got my computer back and now I have to reformat everything again. So took me a while to get that going today. So kind of have to get through this and get going. Got to get the day going. Let's read. Pride. Okay, it looks like we've moved from humility to pride. July 15th, for thousands of years, we have been demanding more than our share of security, prestige, and romance. When we seemed to be succeeding, we drank to dream still greater dreams. When we were frustrated, even in part, we drank for oblivion. Never was there enough of what we thought we wanted. In all these strivings, so many of them well-intentioned, our crippling handicap had been our lack of humility. We had lacked the perspective to see that character building and spiritual values had to come first, and that material satisfactions were not the purpose of living. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 71. And the writer says, time and again I approached the seventh step, only to fall back and regroup. Something was missing and the impact of the step escaped me. What had I overlooked? A single word, read but ignored, the foundation of all the steps. Indeed, the entire Alcoholics Anonymous program. That word is humbly. I understood my shortcomings. I constantly put tasks off. I angered easily. I felt too much self-pity, and I thought, why me? Then I remembered, pride goeth before the fall, and I eliminated pride from my life. It's a good one. This is a good reading. This is a good one. I'm already taking a lot of stuff out of this. All right, going back to the top. For thousands of years, we've been demanding more than our share of security, prestige, and romance. You're not unique. We've been doing this as human beings for thousands of years. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just a human being. When we seem to be succeeding, we drink to dream still greater dreams. When we were frustrated, even in part, we drank for oblivion. Never was there enough of what we thought we wanted. That probably sounds familiar. Sounds familiar to me. I drank when things were going good. I drank when things were not going good. Nothing was ever enough. I couldn't ever be satisfied with what I had. I couldn't live in the moment. I was constantly future tripping or worrying about things I had done in the past. Never living in just the moment, being satisfied with what I have. In all these strivings, so many of them well-intentioned, our crippling handicap had been our lack of humility. Yes, we've been talking about humility now for 2 weeks, it seems like. Humility is not thinking less of myself, it's thinking of myself less. We had lacked the perspective to see that character building and spiritual values had to come first. Yes, we didn't have that perspective before. Now we have a blueprint for success and we have to follow it. We had lacked the perspective to see that character building and spiritual values had to come first. Material satisfactions were not the purpose of living. I'm going to take a little sip of coffee on that note. Material satisfactions are not the purpose of living. Yeah. Gotta remember that. My first mantra when I was in treatment that was given to me was, I have everything I need and I'm exactly where I need to be. I have everything I need and I'm exactly where I need to be. And that got me through some dark days at the beginning of my recovery journey. Time and again, I approached the seventh step, only to fall back and regroup. Seventh step, we humbly asked God, or our higher power, to remove our shortcomings. So 4 and 5, we made a moral inventory, and we talked about the moral inventory with another person. And then in 6, we became willing to have these shortcomings removed. And then in 7, we humbly asked our higher power to remove them. So time and again, I approached the 7th step only to fall back and regroup. Something was missing. The impact of the step escaped me. What had I overlooked? A single word read but ignored. The foundation of all the steps. Indeed, the foundation of the entire Alcoholics Anonymous program. The word humbly, humility. We have to be humbled. We have to be broken down in order to be built back up. And this process, if you do it wholeheartedly and correctly, will humble you. And if you got through the whole thing and you never felt humbled, you probably didn't do it correctly. You probably weren't 100% honest with yourself. And you can get through the steps real fast if you're not honest with yourself and if you don't do the work. I'm 3 years, 3 months, and 20-something days in, and for various reasons, I still haven't finished my steps. But one of them is because I didn't want to breeze past the important ones. I needed to take the time to really do them correctly, because my pattern has always been to do stuff the easy way. Take the path of least resistance. Just get it over with. Just do the minimum to get by, to get things done. And I knew that if I did that with some of these steps, especially 8 and 9, it was going to be worse than not doing it at all. So I am working again on my step 8 right now and doing it correctly. So point is, if you breeze through these things and you don't feel humbled, you probably need to go back and do them again, be more honest with yourself, and really dig into these things. You need to experience the humbled state, the humility that comes with these steps. If you're going through recovery in a different way without steps, you still need to figure out a way to address these things. The things that we did that we need to correct or make amends for, or both if you can. These steps are a beautiful blueprint that have been tested by time and experience for 80 years. Why not give them a try? Better not be, oh, it's too religious for me. That is bull, you know what. Think it's too religious? Go back and listen to all my videos again. You've heard me say time and time again, I am not a religious person. I do not believe in a God. So, knock it off. Stop being a chicken. Don't be led by fear. Get it done. I understood my shortcomings, but I constantly put tasks off. I anger easily. I felt too much self-pity, and I thought, why me? Then I remembered pride goeth before the fall, and I eliminated pride from my life. I guess we're going to get more into that in the next 2 weeks of the month, because there's a lot there to unpack. To end it with, I eliminated pride from my life, and to title the entire entry Pride, as though pride was the main focus, because it hasn't been in this reading. Again, it's been humility. We lacked the perspective to see that character building and spiritual values had to come first, and the material satisfactions were not the purpose of this living. Yeah, just read this over and over again. If you're not familiar with the 7th step, read it. In fact, I'll just read it to you. I have it right here. I think I summed it up pretty good, but let me make sure I didn't skip anything. Yep. humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. That's the short form version. What is humility? What can it mean to us? The avenue to true freedom of the human spirit. Necessary aid to survival. Value of ego puncturing. Failure and misery transformed by humility. Strength from weakness. Pain is the admission price to new life. Pain is the admission price to new life. If you got through these steps and you didn't feel any pain, you did it wrong. Self-centered fear, chief activator of defects. Step 7 is change in attitude, which permits us to move out of ourselves toward our higher power. It says toward God, but I change it to higher power. That is step 7. The avenue to true freedom of the human spirit. Necessary aid to survival. Value of ego puncturing. Failure and misery transformed by humility. Strength from weakness. Pain is the admission price to new life. Pain. It reminds me of Rocky 3. What can he expect from this fight? Pain. Yeah, step 7's a doozy. Gotta do it right. Take some time on it. Do some thinking, do some writing, whatever you have to do to take your time to understand. Listen to all these videos from July 1st to July 15th all over again. It's all about humility. And in order to get to the next part of step 7, which is apparently what they're alluding to here, eliminating pride from our lives, you have to understand first humility. Pain is the admission price. That's all I got, I think. Do the work. Don't breeze through it. Don't take the easy way out. You wind up right back where you started. So, thanks for listening / watching. And if you liked the video or what I said, hit the thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm learn that these videos are helpful and push them out to more people who might be needing to hear the messages. And then subscribe to the channel. That also helps the algorithm. And then share the video with someone. Maybe you'll be saving someone. Say, hey, you've really been struggling. I found this channel. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it'll help you understand AA from someone who's going through it, who's not religious. He's like you. Okay? Maybe you know someone like that who needs to do this but hasn't crossed the threshold because they think AA is too religious or it's a cult or whatever. It's all BS. It's a BS excuse to not do the work. That's what it all boils down to. I know many people who keep claiming that they won't do it because it's too religious. And when I call them out on their BS, they suddenly get really quiet. And then they stop. One person has completely ghosted me. And that's okay. He's got to go through what he's got to go through. But if you think it's too religious, you're just using that as an excuse to not get in here and do the work. And I get it. It's scary. But it's not scarier than continuing on the path of darkness and despair. It's not scarier than that. I promise you that. All right, I gotta go. Like, subscribe, share. Come back tomorrow. Or just keep watching. If you're watching someday in the future, keep watching. Watch the next video. And then like and subscribe. Well, you can't subscribe twice, but like that one too. Okay. whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, you are enough. You can do this. You are loved. I love you. You can do this. Dig in. Don't be afraid. Actually, be afraid, but get through the fear. Use the fear to your advantage. Learn from it. And let's do this. Come on. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Millions of people can do it. You can do it. You got it. All right. I'm gonna, if I can find my mouse cursor. There it is. Stop the video now. Love you all. Come back tomorrow. Bye.